Welcome back everybody to another video, and today we'll be playing more Logbait and climbing up mid-ladder. Now lately I know I've been making a lot of chaos videos and everyone has been enjoying that, so I'm really glad it's doing well. But I also know a lot of you guys are still playing Logbait and watch the Logbait videos as well, so it's about time I make another one. And this time I was able to get my first hero box, and luckily I was able to get the hero knight, so that's really good for us. So today we'll be using this in our mid-ladder climb. Now I do think this account was actually very fortunate with whatever it got, because I always wanted to do Logbait when I started this channel, because I know that's what most people play and that's what people want to see as well. So at first it was actually very hard for me since I wasn't able to get the log and a princess, but literally like the first 3 free legendary chests I opened, I got the log and a princess. So once I got those, I knew it was meant to be. So here we are today, and I'm so glad that you guys can join me on this journey over here. And even as we are playing against this first guy who's very strange, using E-Golem. So the hero knight ability here, just look at this. I pull in everything, including the mini P.E.K.K.A, and now look at the goblins. It's just getting so much damage. So yeah, the hero knight got me so much extra damage there. Normally I wouldn't be able to get that much, but hero knight is really good. And he put in the elixir golem at a really bad time because the skeleton army is just going to clean it up, and I'm going to get free elixir. So after it cleans up, I'll just put down a princess over here, and I'm already back to a knight and a goblin barrow. So this should clean up his tower because he's not back to his log yet. So in the Inferno tower, it's not going to do too much, and I'm going to get rid of it too. So yeah, really nice first game over here. There's no way I can lose from here, and it seems like he also quit. So yeah, nice first game, and we will move on to the next one now. Alright, so in the next game, start off with a barrow, and he puts down a witch. And okay, wizard too. So this is really big rocket valley, so I'm just gonna rocket right here. So I'm so glad to be back playing mid ladder, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't really need to stress that much because I know I'm going to win. Like, I don't really think it's fair for someone like me who's passed 12k trophies to be playing down here, but I don't really think it's too great for me to play 12k either, because I just have to sweat it out, which I really don't want to, and this is just honestly just more fun. So I use the skeleton army here to deal with the prince, and yeah, once again, people here still don't use spells, because if they use spells, they will get rid of the skeleton army so much easier. So of course he has a mega knight, the Inferno tower to clean it up, and look at the goblin barrows. Literally took half of his tower. And the Inferno tower clean up the mega knight. He has a hog rider as well. That's gonna get cleaned up too. I don't even think I need to do anything with it, but put down the e-spirit just in case, since you know it was 2 levels above my my Inferno tower. So now I'm just gonna put down the princess, since he spent 11 elixir into my Inferno tower. And I'll use a knight here, and then toss a barrow once the knight crosses the bridge, and it should help take the whole tower. Okay, and it seems like he doesn't have a response. He puts down an evil witch in the bottom, but we still take his tower, so that's good. And now we're gonna let it walk up and use the rocket depending on what he uses at the bridge to go along with it. So just use the rocket here. It's gonna clip the princess, which is really nice for us, and we have the skeleton army to deal with it. Since he has no spells, it's gonna be very hard for him to get past and do any damage, so we just have to defend for 1 more minute, and we should have this game in the bag. So you use the princess back here for defense. We just have to defend, so this is gonna be very chill, very easy for us. Just gonna toss a random barrow over here. Okay, he uses the mega knight. The Inferno tower will help clean up, so this is not a problem, and then we can just rocket away this wizard later. So we have very nice defenses here. So he uses the witch behind the wizard again. Now this is a really nice rocket value. Gets 10 elixir worth of value. So really nice rocket. He puts on the prince, but it doesn't really matter anymore. He's not going to even touch us for 24 seconds. Yeah, this is the problem when you don't have spells, or if you even if you don't have spells. Like, I've seen people do that. It's just, you still need to learn how to build up a push. Like, he's just doing things one by one. If your cards are not going together, they're not going to do anything. So it's going to be a struggle for him. He uses the hog rider, but it doesn't matter. My Inferno tower's over there, so flawless game. Really nice. So let's move on into the next one. Alright, so in the next game here, we're playing against Strawberry. He has a princess, and I'm going to toss my barrow in the back here, and then Use the skeleton army. Okay, so he has a Mega Knight. That's cool, but look at all the damage that the barrel did. Okay. So I tried to activate my king tower, except I put the tower down. I put the electro spear down a little bit too late, and then luckily for me, I was still able to use the hero knight's ability to pull the Mega Knight away from my tower. Unfortunately, it didn't activate the king tower, which I thought it should, but whatever. This game, a little bit rough start, but that's okay because we're still gonna clutch it up later. Like, that's the only damage he's gonna get on me all game. Okay, trust me. That's the only mistake I'm gonna do. And now it's like I'm locked in. I'm not gonna, take more damage from this dude. And we can always activate our tower from the firecracker. So if I put down my E-Spirit over here, you see, if the firecracker went up, it would have hit the E-Spirit, but then it got locked onto my skeleton army. A little bit unfortunate, but that's okay. We walked away with that with a princess, so that's good for us. And the princess is still gonna keep on getting value. And he uses another Mega Knight, but this time we have the Inferno Tower in cycle, so it's not gonna be an issue. And use the wall breakers, but the Inferno Tower will deal with that just fine too. So put down another barrel, and he doesn't have a spell, so this Goblin Barrel will always get damage. That's good. Unfortunately, the wall breaker's connected because my Inferno Tower was a little bit too under leveled. That's okay. Put down a princess over here and get some nice chip damage. So should get at least one more shot. Yeah, nice. It's not a princess, but my log will kill everything here, so that is good for me. Okay, really nice. And just use the E-Spirit Goblin Barrel, and this will hopefully finish him off, especially if he doesn't have a spell. So the E-Spirit to tank, and then the Goblin Barrel will just hit. Yep. So unfortunately my E-Spirit wasn't fully leveled, so that's why it can only tank. It doesn't even touch the tower, but that's okay. Use the princess. I don't know if he's gonna put a Mega Knight in front of it. Hopefully he does, because at least that would be sort of interesting to defend, but of course he doesn't, which is unfortunate for him. But yeah, we walk away that with just another safe princess. I'm just gonna use the Inferno Tower because we're just trying to play defensive right now, right? So he uses the Mega Knight, but now it doesn't really matter. We activate our King Tower now with the Firecracker, and the Knight is dealing with the Firecracker and the Princess. So really just getting a whole lot of value. And once again, he's just putting cards down, but he's not really comboing them together, which is why he's struggling to go through. So yeah, he's never gonna break through at this pace, and with only 15 seconds left, there's not much he can do. So yeah, really nice game over here, and just use the ability to mess around. So yeah, after the first Mega Knight jump on my tower, did not let him touch my tower again, so good for us. Yeah, so let's move on into the next one. So over here, we're playing against Dylan. Of course, he has a Mega Knight, as every single mid-ladder hero does. And yeah, the Inferno Tower always helps cleans up. So hopefully the Inferno Tower will stay alive long enough to deal with the Goblin Cage, but probably not. So I'm gonna have to use, Skeleton Army, especially since he put down the mini pick as well. So it just cleans up. Yeah, and he's struggling because he doesn't have a spell to deal with that. And my princess would just clean up his Skeleton Army. It's gonna get a couple hit because targeting is bad, but that's okay. Okay. Yeah, the prince. Yeah, gonna defend it with my knight over here just to keep the princess alive. And once the prince crosses the bridge, I can also toss my barrel. Well, the prince is already dead, but it's whatever. At least the prince is on the tower. He has to deal with one of them, and he ends up using the cage. The cage isn't even properly placed, so my princess is still popping off. So yeah, look, I got like an extra 4 hit with my princess. That's really good for us. Okay, and once again, he uses the cage and the mini P.E.K.K.A, but without a spell. There's just nothing you can do about the skeleton army. The skeleton army just gets too much value against people who plays like this. So I'm gonna use the princess to shoot down his skeleton army, and E-Spirit Goblin Barrel once again, and this should help clean up. Yeah, so if he doesn't have a spell, we just end up taking this whole tower. Okay, we're back to skeleton army. Just put it over here to deal with the knight. And now we just have to defend once again, and the princess is still locked on the right side. He uses a Goblin Cage, pushes my princess back, so he'll get rid of the princess in due time. But I'm already back to another princess. So I use the E-Spirit to just drag things back up. Inferno Tower, because we had to bleed defense, and then the knight to block for the mini P.E.K.K.A. and a front tower. Also have to clean up the baby dragon. Just toss another barrel here, just to cycle. Yeah, that princess is not gonna do anything, especially by itself. And front tower's cooking it, and the skeleton army is blocking. So yeah, now we have a princess on the tower. He just can't keep up. Might as well just put another princess over here for memes. So it seems like he's finally giving up. No, he has not. He uses the Goblin Cage Evo. He's gonna get rid of my knight, but that's okay. And yeah, I'm just feeding straight into his card, but it doesn't matter. Just look at those two princesses. They're still popping off. Look at that. We took his whole tower with just princesses. And we're already back to another princess. Yeah, so bro really can't do anything. Oh yeah, I forgot he had Mega Knight. He never played it. Now he plays this again, but it doesn't really matter. Like if he only just built up like a mini P.E.K.K.A, Mega Knight push and whatever with a prince, that would have been a little bit more difficult, but hey man, it's mid-ladder, what can we say? Alright, yeah, so that's it for this video. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and please leave a comment down for any suggestions that you may have. And once again, just want to appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.